Ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. What's cracking, world? It's your boy Joshua Q. Castro, and we're here with episode 11 of the ZosCast podcast. Today's guest was the second runner-up of the 2018 Miss Mariana's pageant. She's also currently a model, and most importantly, and the reason why we're here tonight, is she is the 2019 Miss NMI Earth, which happens to be the first Miss Earth here in the CNMI. Did I get all that right?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Give it up for Miss Leisha, Deleon, Guerrero.
Thank you for that intro and having me.
Yeah. Hey, what y'all don't know, man, I spent like 5 minutes trying to figure that one out, so I was messing up in the beginning, but I'm glad. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yes, definitely.
Finally.
Yeah, I know, man. All this communication back and forth. I feel like it's been months, but it's just like a week ago, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, I'm glad to have you on. We spoke about this a little bit. You know, I had conversations with the last contestants, the contestants of the last Miss Mariana's. It was pretty cool.
Yes.
You know, a lot of I speak of my goddaughter a lot. You know, she was very interested, and I'm hoping that that's what it does. So I'm excited that you're here. So again, thank you very much. So how have you been?
I've been good. You know, been really busy, especially with, using the platform of Miss Earth, and at the same time being a student.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's a lot of juggling, but we're getting through it.
yeah, nice. How has the overall experience been?
Oh my goodness. It is life-changing.
Yeah.
There's been so much. It's a lot of hard work, but at the same time, it's an enjoyable experience. So I'm just living it every moment.
Okay, cool. So like, when did this pique your interest? Or, maybe we'll go back to the 2018, but when did pageantry, when did that start for you?
Well, I guess, growing up, people would, or, as I got older, people were telling me to, consider it and join. I'm pretty sure that's how most of us started it. And my mom also had history with the Miss Mariana's back in the day, so she was a part of the board. And so she really played into it. But overall, I really, after getting into pageantry more this past pageant season, I realized that there's so much more to pageantry. And I actually just really wanted to make an impact and a change in our community. And if being a beauty queen allows me to have that platform, and it has people listen to you.
Yeah.
So that's really why I wanted to become a title holder, so I can make a change.
Okay,
here.
cool. Yeah, you nailed it, because for the folks that have seen my 2018 Miss Mariana's contestants, like, I was learning that too, like this whole thing is definitely a great platform to not only, like, for your cause, but, it does open eyes to a lot of folks. I mean, shit, we're here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, I probably wouldn't, it probably wouldn't even matter, Growing up, like, maybe, let's say, middle school years, was this ever something that you were kind of thinking of? Like, does it go back that far, or maybe high school only?
Well, yeah, maybe towards the end of high school, I guess I just really wanted to do something. And, growing up, middle school, I was the shyest person ever. My family would be like, "Are you sure? Because, you're a very shy person and you're going to be in front of a lot of people." And I guess I just pushed myself to it, and I got out of my comfort zone, and now, I'm able to do stuff like this, like be on live.
Yeah. By the way, man, I was telling her off air, like, this is nerve-wracking, just knowing that, no edits whatsoever. Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
So how was that process? Or, let's go back to 2018. So you got second runner-up.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you feel confident going into that competition?
Yes, I did have confidence, but I guess I would say it's more so now. And that's why I continue to push on for another title, because I really believe that I had the qualities and the determination to, get a title and do what I really wanted to do for here in the islands. And so, that's...
Yeah. So, being that it was second runner-up, was that a form of motivation to
Yes, it was
eventually
definitely.
get the title? Yeah.
I was really unsure about running for, Miss NMI Earth, because I had a lot of doubt, and there were times where I would think like maybe I shouldn't join, maybe I should pull out, but then they kept encouraging my friends and my family, and so I followed through, and here I am now.
Yeah, cool. How was that process? Okay, so you registered, right? That's how it works?
Yeah,
you register, and then do they pick out of a pool, or whoever registers is a contestant?
Yeah, for this year, yeah, we did. They, whoever showed interest, they welcomed us, and they helped us along the way. So, especially the girls who were new to pageantry, they were guided through the whole process. And yeah, it was a pretty easy, process.
Yeah. Well, what about the preparation for all this? Like, not just mentally, but is there a lot of physical preparation too? Like leading up towards the actual pageant?
Yeah, for the national pageant, yes, there was, my mom would always, tell me like you need to be studying about, environmental issues and all of that stuff. So I would listen, to podcasts about, our environment, and I also studied up on my advocacy, which was at the time, the U.S. military specialist.
Yes.
And
we'll get into that,
yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there was also a lot of mental preparation. It would take, talking to myself, answering questions. Yeah, that actually really helped me. And, practicing my walk or, my onstage performance. Yeah.
Man, so I didn't go to the pageant. Okay, so forgive me for that. All right. But is there a lot of choreography that goes on? And it's each like the gown.
Yeah.
I'm wording this wrong, but the gown, swimsuit,
Yeah, there is actually a lot of choreography. Well, we have a dance in the beginning, so that plays in, and then, our positions on stage, and then each girl has their own way how they want to, present themselves in front of the judges. So each category being, evening gown, swimsuit, and, the two.
Yeah.
It all has a way how you want to present yourself.
Yeah, which one was tougher for you?
I guess.
Was that? Oh, okay. Sorry,
I guess the swimsuit, because doing like turns on stage is pretty hard.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Was the crowd going pretty crazy? Was it pretty loud?
Yeah, they were. For all of us, there was support for each girl. So
that's good, man. Yeah. So, man, again, I'm sorry. I keep going back to Miss Mariana's.
No, it's fine.
The first one I went to was last year's, and I was just so blown away by like how everyone was so into it, man. They were so invested, man. I went with my sister and my goddaughter, and I sat with my sister's little crew, and they all had these posters, and every time their contestant's name got announced, like they'll start going nuts.
Crazy, yeah.
And it was like, damn, what the hell is going on here, So I watch a lot of sports, and when I go to sporting events, it's broken down into two. It's the team I'm rooting for, and then the folks that aren't.
Yeah.
So it goes back and forth. But again, what was so cool is that I think there was like six or eight, something like that. But every time, man, it was like a different crowd will pop up.
Yeah.
They start going nuts, and then Miss So and So, and then
I know.
It was cool, man. Yeah, it was hella, like the energy was nuts, man. So, do you feel like what do you call that? The support for the Miss NMI Earth, like, do you feel it's there? Do you feel it could get? I mean, it could obviously get better, but for the first run, you feel like you guys got pretty good support?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it was the first run, so there was a lot of trial and error, but overall, the community really supported us, and up till this day, they tell us how well we did for our first run, and they're they keep pushing us to keep doing more, but definitely the support is there.
Yeah, cool. And your family, I know you spoke of your mom, but did your whole family, all your friends?
Yes, they did.
They all supported you?
They did.
Cool.
Yes, I know there's like I know that both venues for both pageants always sell out on tickets, so I'm pretty I know.
Was it the same venue?
No, it's actually us was at Hyatt.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because, what I felt, too, is like, man, it should be in a bigger spot because there's people standing around, and I got lucky with a chair, but I'm just like, man, they could pack this, a bigger venue if they made it bigger, obviously, but
definitely.
That's cool. So it was at Hyatt. How many girls did you go up against?
There was, I went up against 7, so 8 total.
8 total?
Yes.
Okay. Nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's good for a first run. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mess this up, so I'm gonna let you explain. But you also won, not just the crown, but you won other categories as well.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I did. So
What were they?
the evening gown, swimsuit, and national costume. Oh, I forgot about the national. Yeah.
Wait, so that's all three?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes, but there's more actually. There's
Oh,
like
okay.
Miss Photogenic, and then there's like
Oh, okay.
yeah, congeniality. You know.
Okay, got you. No, I was about to say that. You just swept the competition. Oh shit. Took all of it. Nice, nice. Was it was it what you expected? I know, gearing up for it. My guess is that you had to prepare yourself mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Is it what you expected, or was it what was different?
Well, I guess. It was. I believed in myself overall, but all the girls on stage were incredibly, beautiful, and they also had the ability to speak as well. So of course it was nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah.
I was still unsure, but things turned out the way I hoped for. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's say, other than your run at the 2018 Miss Marianas, was there another significant, I guess, event in your life that motivated you to keep pushing, to keep going for, to get a crown eventually?
Well, yeah. Well, yes, the the recent one I got second runner up on really pushed me for the most part. And then, there were people coming up to me saying there's a Miss Earth pageant coming up and they want to bring it here. And I was really hesitant about it, but, I ended up joining.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, it was, I guess, people just really believing me and pushing me led me to joining this pageant.
Yeah, so that support system really.
Yeah, it does. It really helps every girl. Having that support system really makes a difference.
Yeah. Did you become good friends with the other contestants?
For the national pageant, yes.
Yeah, for the Miss
Yes.
Earth. Yeah, okay.
Yes, of course. It's really close. Like, you don't really sense the competition.
Yeah, that's so funny you say that, because even, again, back to the Miss Marianas, like, I thought it was so cool that they were all gelling together. I don't know if it's just me, but, it's a competition, and I'm a very competitive person. And I don't know. I don't know if I would treat it different, but I was so amazed by how, they were talking about sisterhood, the bond that they've created with each other. Kind of along the same lines with you guys.
Yes, definitely. We really go through this whole like months of preparation, and so you're spending so much time with each other, and you just build a relationship. And I feel like that's what's missed a lot. When we don't really talk about like, hey, what does your costume look like, or what does your gown look like, or what do you plan on doing? So no, it's very like behind scenes. So we just focus and we be in the moment, and we enjoy each other's company, and there's no like bad blood or anything that goes on. So
yeah, see, I mean, I can't really see myself doing a pageant, but anything competition-wise, I'm just like, no, fuck that. I'm going to get this fool,
Yes.
So that's cool, man. That's good to know, because what I learned, too, from interviewing the girls for Miss Marianas is, like, that vibe could be spread out throughout, throughout the CNMI, Like, yes, it is a competition, but what they learned within that circle, is something they could hold on to. And they've said it themselves, spread to their friends and family. So, I mean, that's very good to know, man.
Yes.
Yeah, again, coming from a competitive mind,
Yeah.
Cool. What do you call that? What would you say is, okay, so you're the first. So this has never happened.
No, not
here. It didn't happen, then stop, and then continue on again.
Yeah, it's the very first.
Okay. Does that add any more pressure to the crown, or is it kind of the same? Like being the first. So basically, right now you're setting all the records.
Yeah.
You're really paving the road for who else is coming up. Like, do you think about that, and does that pressure you a lot?
Yes, it does, definitely. Just being the first, like you said, paving the way, networking, partying up with businesses and schools and all of that. I personally do that. So I'm the one reaching out to them. So I'm paving the way for the future queens.
The bar,
yes.
Yeah.
So I know who to refer them to, or, showing what Miss Earth and Miss Earth NMI's mission is, what our goal is within our community, that it's not just, events or pictures and glam, but it's, making the islands a more sustainable place and growing, environmentally. So That's really what my focus is as this year, you know, throughout my reign, is to make sure I get what I want done.
Definitely. And how's that going so far?
It's going really good. You know, it's like, you know, God has played a huge role into this for me. So I feel like he's brought the right people into, you know, my platform, whether it be reaching out for events or, you know, everything just works out. So I'm so thankful that, you know, people are open-minded when it comes for me pitching my ideas. Like, you know, this workshop, this was spontaneous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I partnered with NMC and, you know, Carolinian Affairs Office. So I'm just thankful that these people are open to working with me and, you know, making a change here.
Well, maybe talk about that. Good job, John. Oh, shit, go ahead. Oh, let's talk about it. So what exactly were you trying to accomplish in this mission here?
Well, this was part of my 5 R's campaign. So NMC also reached out to me, and this was around Valentine's, so February 8th. So instead of, you know, going to the flower shop, because, you know, flowers here can, you know, it contributes to the fuel emissions, shipping them over, and then the packaging as well. So we thought, you know, sustainable workshop, you can make it your own. We got beautiful flowers here. It's not always about roses. We got some birds of paradise and all of that stuff. So
that's some more rose.
So that's what we did. There was a lot of participants that came out. We made Mars. We made these little bouquets, and they got to bring it home. So it was a great experience.
Yeah, it's pretty successful in your book. Yeah. Nice. You know, you were talking about you know, coming up, the people supporting you. Does you know what? First off, what's the organization that puts this together?
Well, it's called the Miss Earth, right?
Earth, yeah.
It's called Exquisite Productions.
Okay, are they locally based?
Yes, they are.
All right. So, like, do they provide mentorship for you guys or to you?
Yes, they help me with, you know, reaching out to all those, you know, partnerships and all that. They help me along the way, but for the most part, I really want to do it on, like, my own. I'm very independent sometimes. So I personally just want to reach out and, you know, talk to people, because it also builds up my experience in networking and all of that stuff.
Yeah. Just a rough estimate, how many I guess organizations or companies have you worked with since your reign?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I've worked with.
Wait, hold on. Don't name them, because you might forget, unless it's a short list. It's like roughly 10, 15.
I worked with some, you know, restaurants. I worked with Ina's. Kitchen,
Okay.
Sorry, Ina's, The Shack. I've also, you know, gone to SBS, San Vicente School, Hopwood. Where else? What else?
Damn, that's
NMC.
Yeah, it's along the lines of the podcast, local kids.
Yes, definitely.
Nice, and they've responded pretty well, I'm guessing. Yeah. Cool.
It's all been great, you know. It's been successful so far, so I'm so thankful.
Okay. And how long, or like how long is your reign for?
Well, I guess we haven't released the day of the
okay.
competition.
Okay, all right.
I'm not sure if I can.
No.
But I would if I could. I really want to, but.
Okay, but my guess is it's eventually going to be this year.
Yes, of course. Yeah. It's very soon.
Okay, unless you're going to do it for 2 years straight. Because you're the first, Oh, that's cool, man. Hell yeah. So, with this came the modeling, or did the modeling come first?
The modeling, I guess, came after, you know, the exposure from my first pageant. Okay. So that really launched after, you know, getting second runner up. That's where everything blew up.
How's that experience been?
It's been good. You know, being in front of the camera was very nerve-wracking for me. I was very shy and all of that stuff. So constantly being in front of the camera and doing that type of stuff really opened me up. And, you know, it just takes being comfortable and all of that.
Yeah, and these shoots can last pretty long, yeah?
Yes, they can. And it takes a lot of preparation, you know, the hair, the makeup, and all of that.
Yeah, and you got to smile the whole way through.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah, I put this on my Instagram. The only ones I've seen, or as far as local businesses, was The Undeniable, you did Tribe.
Yes.
Yeah, and what's your Laddie Built? Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any one that I'm missing?
I guess my first one was Penthouse.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Yes, my first was Penthouse. I'm not sure if I'm doing with iShop too. at Fiesta and Canoa, those little shops.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not sure what else.
Yeah. So
There's
much,
so
huh? Yeah.
It's been, since 2018, so
Yeah.
there's been a couple.
Yeah, cool. I noticed too on the Laddie Built one, you guys shot like a small video.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
we did. Actually, that was in collaboration with Laddie Bill and my mom. So
okay.
that
All
new
right.
line. Yeah, so we did that one recently, and then I did one back in 2018 when I was training.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
tribe, Tribe X Laddie Built.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Hell yeah, man. Any future ones coming up before the pageant?
Hopefully. Yes.
Oh, okay, nothing planned out yet?
Yeah, not yet. Taking a little break from the camera.
Cool. But it's exciting for you, I'm guessing.
It
and
is.
then, you speak of the exposure and, putting your mission out there. My guess is this is all helping out. Yeah, right? Is that the video?
I think.
Or is it like a picture video?
I think that's just a picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, it's a video.
oh, look at that. You ready to fuck shit up?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
New gear.
Any of them former contestants?
This is Miss Water. Our Miss Water, that's our third.
Shit. Okay.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
Oh, man, you attack someone for this. No.
Yeah, this was a fun shoot, Laddie Belt is always open with, helping us.
Is that,
stuff.
or no?
No,
The
that's
other-
my cousin.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. It's
Yeah.
a family affair. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's more like a picture video.
Yeah.
I guess I should have watched it first. Oh, there. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like shouts out to Tribe, man. Like, I like that whenever these things happen, they'll get some of the contestants to model for, their business. And I don't know, I really love when locals like interact and actually help each other,
Yes.
I put it on all my hashtags, locals supporting locals.
Yeah.
I love seeing that.
Definitely.
And, definitely your platform,
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing now, allows all that as well,
Yes.
That's hella cool. All right, so let's go to your mission now.
Okay.
No. Okay, wait, hold on. Last one. Damn it. See, your competition in the Philippines, right?
Yes.
Okay. So first off, what is it called, and is it worldwide?
Yes, it's called Miss Earth. That's the main title, Miss Earth, and it's 86 countries that participate, including us. So it's our first time, it's our debut with us, and it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I felt like I went to each country in a way, meeting everyone. I got to hear a little bit of their native tongue, their culture. It was a really crazy experience, and to have lifelong friends now, and have all those memories. We were able to travel all over Philippines. And, spend a lot of time with each other. It was a month in the Philippines, so we had so much time, But I was there actually for 2 months for the training and the preparation also.
Yeah, that's a damn near vacation, man.
I know.
Nice. 86 countries.
Yes.
And you guys all share the same stage.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh, man. So how was that experience? Holy shit.
Wow. It was such a production. It was huge. The 3 of the winners, 3 people who got the crown were actually a part of my group, because they divided us into groups, and it was wow. Like now I know, I know like the queens now, and people were right, but sharing a stage was incredible, and seeing everyone's like gowns and costumes, because I myself am a pageant fan, so meeting also people I've seen online, I'm like wow.
Oh, cool. That's what's up. My guess would be that was more nerve-wracking than the one here. Is that a fair statement, or were they just as the same or equal?
I feel like here for me,
okay,
because I know some, we know people here. Everyone knows everyone,
very
and
good
like
point. Yeah. So it kind of just adds more pressure to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How long is the pageant over there? Or like is it all just one night?
Yes, it's one night, but there's preliminary competitions that lead up to the final 10.
Oh, okay.
So it was, body and figure, no makeup challenge. So we, present ourselves with no makeup. And those scores would contribute to the final 10 or the top 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So, do you know where you ranked amongst the 86?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, so it's just top 10 and they kind of leave it at that.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would you say was the most like interesting, or what contestants did you meet and like you've never heard of their spot? Because I'm guessing no one's ever heard of CNM High, right?
Yes.
It's maybe
that's
Guam,
so true.
right?
Yeah.
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 But like, what was your, like flip that? What was the island or country that you met? Like, damn, I didn't know these guys existed.
I was very unaware of how many countries Africa has.
Oh, okay.
That was a big eye-opener to me.
Yeah.
Understanding, all the countries and how many there really were around this world. But yeah, for the most part, meeting everyone and, having them explain where they're from. Also, it's not just me.
Yeah. I know it's that whole back and forth. Yeah. Man, you should walk around like a globe.
I know.
Like, right there. That's us right there. Yeah. That's cool, man. Hell yeah. What were they, when you start telling them about, where you're from and, how small the island is, like, what was probably the number one reaction?
They're like, wow, so you're representing all of those islands, because we're a chain of islands. And I was like, yes. And they asked like I'm from, where exactly it's located. And, I always reference Guam.
Yeah.
But yes, explaining was a bit harder, but, also telling the history of how, we played into the world, like with the World War and all that really helped too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, when I was in the States, man, this is my little Tinian drop here. No, but, because I'm originally from Tinian, and I always tell folks that, where, when the war ended, it was because of the 2 bombs. I was like, that plane took off on Tinian.
Yes,
yeah. And then usually like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I also got really close. For the most part, it was me, Guam, and Japan that were really close.
Oh, okay.
So, I got to share with Japan, like, we were once under, the Japanese rule, and, the bomb was hidden on our islands, and she was really like, wow, I didn't know that. And she was like, I'm sorry about that. I was like, no, I just wanted you to know. But yeah.
Historian and peacemaker. Yes. You put that on your resume. There you go. Nice. Yeah, no, that's cool. So none of the usual, you guys live in huts or you guys have cars. Okay, so
but
hopefully that phases out.
Yeah, but they got that, we're very islander because what I wore when I was there, I really wanted to represent where we came from with everything I use, my daily wardrobe, and what I put on stage as well. Really, I really wanted to, showcase what the Marianas has and our beauty here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was this, or what months were they?
October. Yeah, September, October.
Okay, and because I saw one of your posts, so you were over there during Typhoon U2?
Oh,
was
no.
A year.
Actually, no, I was there, and then I guess we got news that there was a typhoon that was gonna hit us. Like
okay.
I'm not sure if you recall, but there was like a strong typhoon that was about to hit us. A super typhoon.
It was one of those.
God, yeah.
Okay.
But I
so
was just so
heartbroken.
Yeah, I was so heartbroken because I don't know, but before I left, I was really like, if I'm gone and a super typhoon hits our islands, I'm gonna fly back home. Like forget the competition, but. Thank God, it didn't hit us as bad. So
yeah. Cool. Yeah. Again, I always tell people I don't really do research, but this one I was like, let me try this out a bit. So okay, going through all that. All right. Cool, man. That's good. So, and that's good to know too. I know a couple people. Or here, I'll just give her a shout. I know one person, which is Sarah Philish. I don't know if you know her. She was, I believe it was 2012 Miss Earth from Guam.
She was my judge.
Oh, was she?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, she was down there. Yeah, so, she shared some of her experiences with me. And at the same time, I follow her on Instagram. And recently, like, she went to meet some of the contestants.
Yes,
I'm probably fucking that story up, but
no,
they were hanging out, right? Yeah, okay.
In India.
Yeah,
I think it was like Miss India, yeah.
Yeah, and like, I just think it's just so cool, man, that off of this pageant, not only, representing the island, but then like what you're saying now, like creating this bond and friendship, And at least for Guam, I'm pretty sure her friends know about it. Now they can talk about it.
Yeah.
So everyone that you've interacted with, hopefully share that as well.
Yeah. Before like leaving, we all told each other like, wow, we have, bridesmaids to invite. So it's such a like it's so exciting to see, oh, if we go to a country, you can be like, hey, message them, hit them up, like let's hang out.
Dude, that's
so yeah, it's so nice to finally have friends all over the world.
Yeah,
and we're all in this one group chat, so we can all like
okay.
So when it's someone's birthday or checking up on each other, we all message one another, so it's really nice.
That's so funny because like here the talk is if you come if you come to Guam or if you come to Tinian or whatever, hit me up. You're talking countries, huh?
Yes.
Ever come to Africa? Hit me up, man. Yes. Like, oh shit, hell yeah,
That's
man.
So true.
Oh, by the way, damn, man, I messed up. Sarah Camacho. Yeah.
Yes, Sarah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's what's up, man. So that's cool that you're keeping that going on, and then it doesn't stop here. Because I'm guessing too, like after everyone has a 1 year reign, right?
Yes, everyone. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna stay in touch. And,
definitely.
Cool.
It's exciting.
Cool. All right, so we spoke of your mission. Okay, so I don't know if you want to pitch it, talk about it, whatever. Like, I'll give you as much time, and then we'll kind of discuss it from there.
Well, the Miss Earth mission, well, first off, Miss Earth is the biggest environmentally themed pageant, overall. And here I really wanted to push the platform forward. Like currently, we're going through the biggest climate crisis, and it's only getting worse. We've gone through 2 super typhoons in less than 4 years. That's not normal. And it's so unfortunate because the CNMI barely contributes to that, like less than 1%, yet we still get the harmful effects. And even though we're not greatly contributing to it, we're still part of the numbers. We're still part of the statistics because we haven't environmentally developed in that way yet. So I really just want to push, the NMI to a more sustainable culture. And, like I was telling my grandmother, Grandma, we can't be using plastic bags all that much.
Okay.
And she's like, why? It's okay, And I guess, there's a lack of education also, especially, with the elders. It's not part of our culture here. We're
definitely.
just, So I really want to push that into our culture. And, having recently have bills passed, we're pushing now to ban single-use plastics and styrofoams. So I'm currently working on that project, so soon local markets. I really want to push that into culture to stop using the plastic bags. Cause, it may just be plastic bags, but, one step at a time, whether it be straws, whether it be, our takeout boxes. There's so many.
Yeah, I know. Damn, I might mess this up, but I know the Shack and I believe Caravan. I think they both have that cardboard or something.
Yes, the Shack and Ina's Kitchen.
Ina's Kitchen. Oh, yeah.
That's why I partnered.
Sorry, brother.
Yes, they're really, they're conscious about it, and they realize how it's contributing to here in the islands. We love our takeout here. So I'm so grateful that they're aware of that, and they've led by example for local businesses. It just takes more, I guess more spreading of that type of culture and realization for people to actually follow it.
Yeah, so definitely. Yes. Yeah. I'll be the first to say all the stuff I'm learning about that, is more so off of the internet that, just kind of pops up in my feed.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the majority of folks, like the importance isn't there yet, like what you're saying. And, to have something like this is definitely very beneficial. And I feel like you're targeting the right area. I feel it instead of, everyone should be educated, but I feel to have the biggest impact, definitely the elders, because for the most part, we still respect our elders.
Yes,
we still listen to what they say. So I feel with anything, change that mind first. And then from there, it could spread on to everyone else beneath them,
Yeah.
Like there's like a unwritten hierarchy that we have here,
Yes.
So I think if you attack that first, basically I'm repeating what you said. So
yeah, that's why I decided to go, work with the schools also, the elementary, do little activities with them, have them realize, because I've noticed that, if you ask a child, like, what do you think the coral reef looks like? and they'll think, Finding Nemo, Color, all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But they're not, they're not really faced with the reality that, our corals are dying and all of that type of stuff. And it really looks like a graveyard for a lot of places in the world. So I think, educating both, the young and the old, and, going into our government especially. So
yeah, definitely. I could just see, like the monomku here. They're so like, boy.
Yes, I know.
I've been throwing my trash for 15 years already.
Yes.
And it's like, no, man, hold on, we got different studies now. Like, okay, that's what's up, man.
That's what I'm trying to do with my my elders. Try to teach them, but at the same time respect them, of course, because that's such a big part of our culture.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
you just walk around with like a little stick and just slap hands like, hey, not the styrofoam.
Yeah.
Cool. How often do you go to these schools? Is it?
Well, recently I've actually been waiting for the new 2020 contestants so we can all go.
Oh, okay.
And, more people. So that's why I guess my projects are at a hold right now, because I'm waiting for the contestants to come in, which is next month, March. So I get to do all of that with them with the help of them. Yeah, soon,
like a couple
very
days.
soon.
Yeah, okay.
Very soon. So I'm excited for that. Yeah.
So far, have they been responding well, do you feel?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. The kids?
Yes, they have been, the kids, and with everything in the feedback, and I really like the kids, I guess, seeing, they really like the crown.
Yeah.
So they will listen to you and all of that stuff, and they will, believe you. And I guess just, again, using the title and the platform to really get into their heads.
Yeah. Cool. I was reading up, I was reading somewhere, but, and you mentioned it too, something along the lines of the military. You want to speak on that?
Oh, yeah, sure. So as I guess.
Wait, hold on real quick, Kay.
Okay.
Real quick, live audience, my phone's about to die. Thank you guys for watching if I don't get to say that. Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
All right. So yes, the U.S. military is present here, but I just want to clarify that I am in no way anti-military at all. But I am anti-destruction of our land, sea, and water, and air, all of that. Anti-destruction of our islands. Yeah. So first off, the military's presence here has really benefited us. They've been here helping us with, relief efforts and all of that stuff. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lack of education on what they've done already. In FDM, they've been bombing, and they plan to expand that here on the islands. And it's something I hold really close to my heart, because as islanders, we have such a connection with our land and our sea and all of that. Even just stepping into, the forest, we have to ask for respect, or taking a shell from our oceans, we have to ask. So I guess, being an islander, it just has, our islands are held way more sacred than, common,
Definitely. Yeah, I agree with, just to tack on to what you said, this was brought up to me by a friend from Tinian, and the way, the way the jungle is spoke of in the water that's like the old school classroom, so that's where people learn to speak Chamorro, or they didn't learn there, but they learned to enhance their Chamorro language, and just speaking to them while they're in the jungle, like this is this, that's that, and just continuing on with that, and it's like now, I don't think there's a word for building necessarily, but you can't do it like in a like a city setting,
Yeah, that's so true.
And like it was so, because I've gone to some hearings, or the ones on Tinian. So it was about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, and then they had people speak on it, and how they felt, and that was a big concern, of definitely the destruction of what's going on, the air pollution that it's going to bring, the noise pollution, so.
Yes, and I also decided to choose that as my advocacy, because some people are afraid to talk about it, and I saw that this platform was the perfect opportunity to talk about it, and spread the word, and shake up shake up everything, being a queen. So
I mean, because part of how you introed that is part of the reason why people get nervous about talking about it, because I feel like everyone's like, oh shit, you're against the military, they've done this and that, you have your passport. It's like, no, hold up, like, there's more to it than just that, but that's cool. Have you spoken, like how much of that, how much work on that subject have you done? Is it just as much as like the styrofoam.
Well, as
And
for that, we're still waiting, for updates and all that stuff. But actually, there's a group of us women who we meet and we talk about it, or we'll let each other know, like, hey, there's this hearing, there's this coming up, and we all use our, I don't want to try and pronounce the word, but the traditional Carolinian beaded necklace. Yeah, so that was our symbol, for unity. Up against this. And I've also sat down in talk shows with Sophia Perez. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but from Mariana's Variety.
Okay.
And this other lady who was very well studying about their presence here. She's actually from New Zealand, and we just talked about it, and we're just, I guess our goal right now, all we can really do right now is spread this awareness and tell people what's happening and what's going on until we get further updates and word. So yeah,
cool.
But that will forever be part of my platform and part of my advocacy. So yeah.
Nice. All right. Okay, so like I told you before, I'm asking the viewers to give me questions.
Oh yes.
So they actually got some questions for you. All right?
Okay.
You ready to answer
them? Let's do it. Yes.
Okay. Shoot, John.
All right. The first question: how has being Miss Earth helped you in spreading awareness about climate change?
Oh wow, these are some good questions.
Yeah. I think you covered some, but maybe just elaborate a little more.
Yeah. So Miss Earth has really helped me. Being Miss Earth, you also go to an international platform, and climate change, again, as I said, it's had such an effect on our islands, even though we haven't greatly contributed to it. So just being able to advocate that on an international stage with 86 other countries, tell them what's going on, like, hey, did you know, like back to the US, let's say, this is happening, and we just got hit by 2 super typhoons, like, can you, our homes are still broken down, our schools were still in tents, all of this stuff. So really just spreading the effects of climate change on our islands on an international platform and a bigger platform really, helped in terms of what's happening here.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's another country or island out there that's experiencing exactly the same thing?
Yes, we've actually talked about it. I'm actually also, friends with Fiji. So that was also part of her platform, what's happening on her islands, because, the same thing is happening with the flooding and, their homes, even though we're such small islands and we barely contribute to this.
Yeah.
But we get the hardest effects, we get hit the hardest.
Those big countries,
I know,
man.
yeah.
We got to get, no, just play. All right.
What plans do you have for the future?
Ooh.
It's kind of general, but.
Yeah. For the future, for my future, after my reign, I really want to transfer out and pursue my career in vet med, because I've always been active in the animal healthcare community here with Siphon Cares and with the Dr. Dela Cruz. I've helped out with them, and I guess I found that animal health care is my calling, and that's really what I want to do, and eventually come back and help out the animals here. But always continue my platform with Miss Earth.
Yeah, man. I feel like we need to educate some folks out here too about taking care of animals.
Yes,
and,
we only have few doctors.
Yeah, that whole, or never mind, I don't even want to get into it, but yeah, just in general,
yes.
Like sometimes we're cruel, man. It's like, hey, dude, what the fuck, bro? What the hell you doing, man?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, next.
What's your favorite kind of food?
Oh my goodness.
Another general one.
I love food, but I'm actually a pescatarian. So it's been for like 4 to 5 years.
That's the fish only?
Yes, seafood.
Seafood, okay.
First for one, my beliefs, and then the carbon footprint. It's less impact on our earth because of agriculture and all that stuff. And so with that being said, I love parrotfish.
Okay, there you
or
go.
tataga. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. How do you like the parrotfish prepared? Fried, yeah.
Yes.
Then you whispered that.
Yes.
Is there any damn, I don't want to put you on the spot, but would you have a favorite local restaurant out here?
Oh my goodness, there's so many.
Okay, all right.
But
if you had to pick one, if your life
really
depended
love
on it.
Oba sushi.
Okay. Oh
Oba
shit.
sushi,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Good plug.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You go there pretty often?
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes some of my friends can't handle seafood, like
Oh.
their stomach. So
Okay.
You know, I'll
They're
just...
not. Are they from here?
Yes,
Or-
of course.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
No. All right. Okay. Cool. Man, yeah, you should see if they want to sponsor you. No,
I know.
right?
Opa
Yeah.
sushi.
Just like wear a patch on the next
Yeah.
pageant. All right, shoot.
Who is your inspiration and why?
Ooh, my inspiration. I guess my mom.
Yeah.
My mom, because she's really helped me grow into the woman I am today, and she is a woman of faith, and I really look up to that. And she's, you know, just guided me through life in every aspect. You know, I'm able to reach out to her and ask her for help or whatever it may be. So I really look up to her.
Yeah. Cool.
This one, how long does it take you to get ready in the morning?
Oh my goodness. It depends. Well, if it's like a Miss Earth thing, it takes at least an hour or a little more. But if it's like everyday school, it's really like 30 minutes, you know, to get. I don't try to overload with makeup and all of that stuff because.
Wait, how long did it take for you to get ready for this?
30 minutes.
Oh, okay. We're not on the pageant level yet. No,
okay.
Bro, can you pull up that picture that I posted?
Okay.
Like, man, that one costume that was like fucking like that. Yeah, you know. Or go to. Is it on yours?
I think it's on the Facebook maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah, from my gown, I had 2 costumes. I'm not sure if you saw, but on the international pageant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh shit. Yeah, I know, bro. Hold on. We're plugging I don't know. Sorry. I don't know if that's allowed, bro. No. But okay, the one. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, like
So
on all of my things. So I had 2 costumes and 2 evening gowns. See there.
Yeah. Okay.
And all of them.
There's some. Wait. Hold on. Go back down. Like that. You know, something like
that
that.
one,
Yeah.
yes. All of them really showcase. My purpose was to showcase what the islands have. So I have a sunset dress. You know, our sunsets. I have. I don't know if you saw my national one, but it has all the islands on my back.
Oh, you find that, bro?
No, yeah, it should be on my. Yeah, it should
Your
be
personal?
on my personal Facebook.
Okay.
Or no, that up there, up. This dress.
Ready?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that dress. Yeah.
And the islands are all on your back.
Yeah, they are. Or if you play the video, I
Oh.
think it'll show. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But there's a picture on
Shit,
Facebook.
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, damn, that's tight, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick before this question goes away. Hold on. So, that picture that I posted on my IG,
Yeah.
that's the sun?
No, actually, it's.
Okay, I thought it was
I know that one is supposed to reference.
Flame tree?
No, it's the bird of paradise.
Oh, dang. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I think
Shoot.
it's on our Facebook, but was the bird of paradise and the totut, the dress, and our theme was floras, you know, flora and fauna and all of that. So I chose that flower from the islands to represent.
Yeah. And that's the elaborate one, right? Like.
Yes, that was my most.
Yeah. Like, how long to get like? Like, do they build it around you, or do you slide into it, or?
Actually, I had the opportunity to work with international designers for my international pageant because, you know, I really wanted to hit home with this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were open to it and they collaborated with me. Like, what did you want? What was your idea? And I just told them I want them to know it's the Northern Marianas. So that was my... Go there, yeah.
That one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm glad you cleared that up, man, because I was thinking, like, flame tree, but...
No, but yeah. I wanted to do a different flower that hasn't been done. And so, yeah, I did the feathers and, you know,
shit.
the flower.
Oh, that's tight.
Yes.
Okay, I see it. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
that's what's up. Okay.
That was heavy.
Yeah. Shit, I guess I should have read it.
Oh, yeah.
So, did you have to strut around in that?
Yes, actually, we just presented. I just went on stage and, you know, showed behind me. It showed the islands, you know, on the green screen and all of that stuff. So they read out this little information about the costume, and I just presented it in front of the judges.
Cool, man.
And it was exciting.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Oh,
my
was
favorite
it? Yeah.
one, yeah.
Man, honestly, when the pictures you sent me, yeah, I was really intrigued by this one, man. Just everything that's going on. There's so much going on, but like I'm glad you said that because everything is meant to be there one way or another.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Damn, that's cool. And wow. Okay, shit. I'm just blown away, honestly, because like it's one thing to match colors,
yeah.
Right? But to match colors and have it tell a story almost, or to really represent something.
Yeah,
that's
that was my
different
goal.
Yeah,
to
nice.
represent.
Good job.
Yes.
All right, damn. Kind of shied away from the questions.
Oh yeah.
What are your plans for this upcoming year?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess it's along the same lines as your future. Yeah.
Well, this year, I'm really toning in on, my projects, what I really want to do, and make sure I get it done before my reign is over. Finish all of my projects, and also help the new queen with her journey, of course, and the incoming candidates. So that's really what I'm focusing on, and graduating from NMC. Yes.
You graduated this year?
Yes.
Oh,
all
nice.
semesters. So
that's
that's
your
my plan for this year. No, AA.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, it's still graduation.
Yeah.
Nice. Man, so you're really looking forward to this new batch? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay, this new batch of contestants. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Could you say like if there's any, or like you don't have to name them, but is there a number out there yet that?
I'm not too sure. I know we do have a set girls already, but they want to keep it a secret from me. They want to make this surprise me, so I'm not sure. I'm not too sure with everyone, but yeah, they just say we want to surprise you and all that stuff. I was like, okay,
sure. Like, damn it, I'm the
I know.
queen here. All right,
I know. I keep asking like, who's joining? Who's this?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. You know that's so back to what I've been saying. Like it's so cool, man, that this is going on. Like. Just that camaraderie that's created out of competition,
Yeah.
Like it's so cool, and I don't know, am I the only one that's like I don't say mind blown, but I just think it's just I guess it would be very different if I was competing, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep bringing that up. Any more?
Okay, this is the last one. You kind of touched on it, but where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years.
Oh. Well,
So
20,
30.
So 8 years is a doctor's degree.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know. Well, I see myself, coming back here and helping every once in a while, every break I have while in between going to school and trying to accomplish my career. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Aside from what I said earlier, that's what I really want to do.
Yeah. So all your experience or the degree you get in the States, you definitely want to practice it here.
Yes, I definitely want to come back home. That's my mission, to come back home and, give back.
Yeah.
Always give back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I always try and preach that too, man. So it's cool to see this generation, kind of doing the same. Because I don't know if it's just, I don't even know if it's a generational thing, but I know a lot of like my classmates, again, I'm kind of a dinosaur, but when they graduated, they bounced and hardly any of them, very few of them are back home, and, for whatever reason, like, I'm not against it, but it's cool to see when people do come back and whatever knowledge they gain or experiences, they start spreading it out here,
Yeah, I feel like the islands always call home.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to go back home. I really want to come back home, It's the island. Something about here.
When I was living in the States, every time I vacation here, it's like, I don't know, like the sand just drags your ankles back, You're just like, no, I can't, And then, well, shit, I'm here now, so they did a good job.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's what's up. You can't say anything right about the pageant, like when it's happening, nothing like that.
Oh no, but I can say that we are still recruiting girls, and I guess we'll be finalizing everything this March.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just recruiting right now and doing the campaign for recruiting and all that stuff.
What's like the basic I guess qualifications? Is that the right word? Like. Yeah.
The basic qualifications, it's you can't be single, you can't have a child.
Okay.
Or and I guess, yeah, that's the basic.
Okay.
And especially, and the character, of course, good moral character, all
Okay.
that stuff.
So
But
no
yeah.
like felon or nothing. Okay, and then if someone's interested, what do they do?
They can reach out to the Miss NMI Earth Instagram or Facebook.
Okay.
Send us a message, a DM, or you can message me personally.
Mm-hmm.
My messages are always open to everyone.
Mm.
Yeah. So if you want to know more information, you can email us or go through our Facebook and Instagram. We're always on.
Okay. Cool. And can folks from Rhoda and Tinian join?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
okay, all right.
We actually want to go over. Tinian's like my second home. I love Tinian. I'm always there.
Yeah. Shit, thank you.
Always
Yeah.
there.
Man, I wonder. I don't even know how to be effective out there, but man, it would be so cool to have someone from Tinian
Yeah,
at the pageant.
it would be. I would love to. I've tried to reach out, look for girls in Tinian interested, but I've done like a beach cleanup there and all that stuff.
Okay.
So hopefully it raises awareness. But I'll be going there back and forth.
Okay.
Hoping.
Yeah, shit. Let me see. Let me think of some folks. See if they want to check it
Yeah,
out.
have them message me. I'm so open to it.
Cool. Oh dang, man. Whew. This was fun, man.
Yes,
Honestly,
it was.
like,
It's
man,
nice to talk about it.
yeah, when you were coming in, I told you how nervous I was, and it's cool. Like, I feel good, man. It's pretty good, huh? Yeah, yeah. It's for me personally. Like, I don't know if awkward's the word, but I'm always comfortable, but I'm less comfortable when it's on a topic that I'm not 100% sure of.
Mm-hmm.
So with this, like, man, yeah, thank you for making it comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to drag all these answers out of you. You kept going on with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Man, is there anything I missed that maybe that was important that you might want to share?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah,
pretty much.
everything that's pretty important. Okay. Yeah, maybe a year from now or whenever you get your degree, hopefully this is going on. I'll invite you back and see
Of
how
course,
everything
I'd
has
love to
gone
come
from
back.
there. Yeah. So again, your the Miss NMI Earth. Okay, their platforms are on their social media is just Facebook and Instagram.
Instagram, yes.
Okay, and they could also message you.
Yeah,
for
of
anything.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just want to make that one clear. I guess follow those accounts, and you'll find out when the next Miss NMI Earth pageant is happening. And the first runner, second runner up, they get a sash as well, right? Or
Yes,
yeah,
it's
okay.
Miss Earth, then Air, Water, Fire.
Oh, okay. So it's for.
Yeah, but the main
okay.
winner is Earth, so that's what we're focusing on.
Yeah, make that one clear. No,
For the next year,
Yeah, no, because I remember seeing you guys at some events, and I was like, oh shit, there's 4 winners, but I didn't realize that there's a tier system. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Any shout outs you want to give? Anything?
I guess just follow our handles. Both the podcast and Miss Earth. So,
Thank you. Yeah, no, definitely. I was telling her off air, man, like, the way I see these pageants now, and, I'll repeat it again, but it's like it could give you a sense of pride, man. Like, if you go to these events, man, I'm telling you, the energy levels there are just fucking nuts, man.
Yeah.
And then, you competing against 86 other countries. Like, again, think about it. Think of the spec that we are on a globe or a map, you know what I'm saying? But we're represented, and I feel more people should back that, man. Regardless, whether you like pageantry or not. For me, it's like, dude, someone's representing our islands, trying to do something,
Yeah.
And yeah, so definitely, man, I'm definitely gonna make it a point to make it to this year's Miss Earth, Miss NMI Earth. Yeah, and I might make a sign too.
Yes.
You know what? I'll be neutral and I'll get a sign with your name on it.
At the end.
Yeah. The first one, boys. No. That's cool. Oh, shoot, man. See, I segued it wrong. But just, I guess, words of encouragement. Like I said, if little Mary, is looking to do this, like, what would you, it's kind of general, it might be a little cliche, but like, what would be the best advice?
Yes, this is very cliche. I always say this, but don't give up.
Yeah.
Failures, lead to success, and there's no way you're gonna get to success if you don't fail along the way. So, to all those little girls or anyone inspiring to be whether it be a queen or whatever whatever they pursue, to just keep believing in yourself and work for it. Hard work, it's just gonna sit around unless you work hard for it. And yeah, that's my main.
Yeah.
Just keep following.
Yeah, let me say something about things that are cliche. The reason why they're cliches because they fucking work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't be repeating the same thing if if it led to failure. So yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah. So please again follow her, follow Miss NMI Earth, and she'll let you know when the next pageant is. Yeah. And again, thank you very much, man, for coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
Really appreciate
so
it.
much.
It was hella fun.
Yes.
And yeah. Maybe in 10 years, we'll see if see if you're a doctor already.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks guys for watching, and till next time. She shoots. Woo! Holy shit, it's hot. Sorry, this was part of the rush.
That was fun.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah. No, on the real, John, that was pretty legit. Huh?
Yeah.